Hello, my name is Neil from G11. We all know what fearless is, but few among us can truly achieve that. Maybe because we don't have enough courage or something. In my life, I have experienced many choices, and there is a story that always inspires me when I'm hesitating to move. So, before listening to my story, let's listen to a story about a hero who I admire very much. That person is called Richard Best. I believe some of you might also know him. He was a famous bomber pilot during World War II. At the Battle of Midway, when his squadron was executing a bombing mission against the Japanese carrier, most of the squadron followed the leading pilot to strike carrier. But Best realized they had made a mistake and called two pilots back to strike a khaki. And then Best dived down, facing those heavy fire that could easily have blown them up. Best dropped the bomb on the upper deck and it exploded that sealed Akaki's fate, sunk. And then he backed to American carrier Enterprise. In the afternoon, he struck again and destroyed another carrier, becoming the first pilot to destroy two carriers in a day. Some people might think that was easy, but it required high techniques and a heart of full courage. And the fun fact is that his bomber named Dauntless has a similar meaning to our topic, fearless. Achieving what Best did is not possible for most of us. But fearless can be seen on every ordinary people, just like you and me. So, let's now listen to my story with fearlessness. Unfortunately, when I started primary school, I never felt and saw the strength on me. I was timid and shy. I was almost being a coward. When I traveled to Hong Kong with my family, I couldn't even bring myself up to ask a shopkeeper for a bottle of water. Worse still, I faced constant injustice in my school. My classmates were hostile to me. They were selfish and untrustworthy. When they blamed me for something I didn't do, I was too scared to defend myself. Natural silence. Nevertheless, it was not over and it won't be over. Last year, I made my bravest decision in my life. Throughout my primary and middle school in Suzhou, I was deeply unhappy. I lacked confidence, avoided responsibility, and made unreasonable choices after another. I sank into waves after waves of depression. After I finished 8th grade, my mom suggested me to go after her to come to Shanghai to start a new chapter. I thought about it for a long time, because coming to Shanghai means a bigger challenge and unfamiliar surroundings. And finally, I said yes. And Shanghai changed my everything. The troubles didn't disappear. I simply learned to face them. I grew happier, bolder, more responsible, and more confident. I found friends, real ones, for the first time. That decision to move is still the best one I've ever made. Some might think that was only a small decision, but some decisions in life can change your future. Like me, I became better now. Sometimes, when we are standing or hesitating on a crossroad, it always takes courage and consideration to choose the right path. It might be risky, but maybe behind it is brightness. When changes come, it always takes time to adapt and always needs courage. I found out that many people will suffer from inability to speak up for themselves. Many people are too timid to even stand up, such as to change oneself to cater to a group, or don't make a request even if it's reasonable. But I say no. Our lives are short. Accidents can happen anytime. So instead of bear with it, live for yourself. You are the most significant existence to yourself. Take me as an example. Just in this year, January, I said to my mom, I want to live for myself in my life. Not just to my mom, also to myself. I started to refuse to do things that I don't want. I started to speak up for myself. These little things often seen as insignificant, but in fact, to achieve it is a great leap of yourself, which is also fearless. When you can refuse to others' expectations, and that is the true fearlessness and the real you. Fearless doesn't have to be marvelous like Best and other heroes. Sometimes we set a goal which is too big, like getting famous, or having a great honor, or getting extremely rich. But what about a simple one, like spending a day with true self, or listening to your voice? Fearless doesn't have to be magnificent, and fearless can be seen on everyday life, such as facing difficulties but still try your best to go through it, or standing up for yourself or others, or just promise yourself to invest more time and energy on yourself. Most people think fearless is unreachable, but it is not. Best showed his bravery in battle. We can also show it in our daily choices. We all face success and failure, but what valuable is the spirit to carry on no matter what happens, even if the world is a mess. That is the fearlessness worth fighting for. It reminds us we are strong enough to face ourselves. It lights our way, and in the end, I hope you can find yours. Thanks for listening.